99.5 FM.
The great team listeners of Freedom FM, very much welcome to the program One on One, a program that talks about issues surrounding the socio-economic and other related aspects of our existence generally. And today, like any other day, our mates were very much lucky despite his series of engagements, but always have it in his commitment to be with us. I'm referring to nobody but the name that used to be so synonymous. Comrade Shehu Aliu Limawa is here with us live, and we are going to dwell on the topic management of life after retirement and its implications. And the tradition of the program, much later we are going to give you a chance, the team of listeners, to chip in and maybe add or ask questions within the realm of the topic of discussion. Sir, you are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sir, the issue of this management of life with regards to the retirement is a question that is begging for answer. Life comes in stages, and each stage of life throws off its own challenges and opportunities. And among these stages of life is the retirement phase, which comes after one has actively engaged his time in work as an employee over a period of time. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose, a time for born, a time to die, to plant, and to equally pluck. The concept of retirement means different thing to different people. Some people view it in a positive way and await it with happiness, while in the contrary. Sir, with this regard, sir, some retirees may feel devalued, unproductive, and unengaged in social and work activities. Sir, what is your take with regards to this?
Nobody is devalued or become unproductive or unrecognized by the society, by his family, by his friends, by his student association, by his alma mater association, by whatever, by his union or professional body, unless you make yourself devalued, unless you make yourself unproductive.
But is the retirement that...
It is not the retirement that make people devalued or unproductive or unrecognized.
How, sir?
We are what we are. What you make yourself during the service is what you will be during retirement.
Wow.
So if you want to be productive after the service, you're supposed to be productive during the service.
Okay.
They said, according to civil service law, all civil servants are prohibited to engage in other business activities, except farming. Even though nowadays that rule is set aside, majority of civil servants are doing one or things, especially professionals. Medical doctors are engaged in establishing private clinic, private diagnosis center, private pharmacies, and many more. Engineers are engaged in establishing consulting firms.
So in that regard, they are violating
even though that agriculturists have every right to practice because it is allowed. But most of the civil servants nowadays are setting the rule aside and they engage in other things. But to be frank, to be candid, if you want to be productive after retirement, try to be productive during retirement. Civil servants are becoming deceived with the offer permanent and pensionable.
Yes.
That word, permanent and pensionable, is deceiving us, me inclusive, or I inclusive. We are deceived. thinking that permanently you are employed. And we are thinking that 35 years is a very long journey. But it will joke us wake up one day to find out that the sun is about to set. The day you receive the offer, the sun rise. The day you are leaving the service, the sun set. So most of us are procrastinating in trying or contemplating what are we going to do. If you have something to do, you are engaged. You are a farmer, poultry farmer, fisheries, maybe you are in livestock farming, or you are in crop production, or you are an agro dealer. When you leave the service, already you are engaged. Already. You not even feel the feeling that, yes, I wake up today in the morning, where am I going? That's the problem. To wake up in the morning, not knowing what to do, and not knowing where to go. Because you are used to it, that every day in the morning, when the sun rises, you are out. You walk out of your house, leave your family, and go to work. But now you are retired. The day break, and don't have anything to do. That's one of the most painful things for a retiree. To wake up in the morning, not knowing what to do, and not knowing where to go, and don't have anything to do. So that will make them to be unproductive, because they do not prepare for the future while they are in the service.
So, but you say retirement and pensionable.
Yes, that's the reason why I said the word CBOS. One of my lecturers, when I was doing a course in human resource management, I had advanced diploma in human resource management. During that period, one of our lecturers, Dr. Ola Ofa, used to tell us that in life there are two ways. One is leading to prosperity.
The whole life.
Yes, there are two ways. One is leading to prosperity, and the other is leading to poverty. He said, if you are employed by somebody, receiving salary, that way is leading you to poverty. But if you are self-employed, doing something on your own, that way is taking you to prosperity. Because one day you will provide employment. Instead of you to be seeking for employment, you'll be providing employment. And if you will provide employment, what does that mean? You are rich. It's only a rich person that can employ other people to work for him. But a poor person can do that? No. And another thing that makes us to be unproductive is we are not looking at the salary. The salary is tiding us, is combining our life to only that amount. And what we fail to understand is that now I am in the service, my take home cannot sustain my family,
let alone
health-wise.
Even you are immediate, you are talking about your immediate family,
cannot sustain you. Your travel expenses, it cannot take care of that. You are in the service, your salary did not take care of that for you. How do you think that your pension or your gratuity can do that for you? It can't. And another thing that makes us to be unproductive is that when we are just only procrastinating, saying that I will start running a business if I have 5 million, or if I have 10 million, if I have 20 million, if I have 30 million. Oh, I can only do this. You are pointing. You don't even start. Forgetting that the mantra of any business in the world is think big, start small.
Think big,
start small.
Start small.
I should supposed to be thinking that I will be like Dangote, but I will start with 5,000 naira. It's a very good ambition and it's a very good process. But when I say I will be like Dangote, but I will start a business with 20 million naira, that plan is dead on arrival. It's a dead on arrival. Because it is when you start managing small fund in a business, then you will prosper. You know loss, you know profit, you know where to go and get the commodity you are selling. You know when to sell it, when it is highly in demand, when demand is very scarce. You know all this, and you know how to make. You know that if I do this, I will make a return. I will have a return of investment. If I will do this, I'll make a loss. If I do this, I'll have some profit. If I do this, I'll be producing or selling at margin. Meaning neither profit nor loss. Kamar da Bahaushe yake cewa when all kudi ta dawo riba ce. Yes. But it is only when you know how to manage it. You have to start from small. managing small amount of money, 5,000, 20,000, 30,000, then your money is increasing. It's growing. The business is growing. So maybe by end of 5 years, you know that there's now you can manage 10 to 20 million naira. Which amount you start with 5,000 or 20,000? Nobody did not start a business with 1 billion naira. He did not start a business with 1 million naira. He started with a loan of 500,000, if I can recall well. Remember well. 500,000 is a loan collected from his uncle in 1977, if I could recall well. Even though I know I don't have sharp memory, dented memory, so but I know he started with a loan of 500,000 naira. So if Dangote said that at that time he will start a business with 2 million or 5 million, he will not start because he doesn't have the capital, he doesn't have the money. He rented a room, an only room which can only accommodate his mattress. He slept in that room, and in the morning he will take away the mattress and move out with 2 pairs of jeans. And many businessmen, that's how they start. So your salary cannot take you while you are in the service. How do you think your pension can take you while outside the service? It's impossible. Because the pension will be maybe half or 1/3 of what you are earning. So if 100% did not sustain you, then how come 25% or 30% or 40% can sustain you? It is impossible. So we are becoming unproductive because we have not learned to do something in the past. Now we are in the present and we don't know how to do anything. So even if our pension is 20 million, if it is 100, if it's landed into our account, we see the alert, we start thinking, what are we going to do? So before you know, we say, okay, let me start prohibition, let me start livestock, let me start poultry production, or something of that nature. Before you know, since I don't know how to manage a small amount of fund, within no time, the business will collapse. So now what are you? You are unproductive. And you will be devalued because you don't even have the means to go when your old boy students are calling for a meeting. You will not have the money to go.
Yes.
Maybe your friend is wedding his 2 daughters or 3 daughters. You don't have the money to go. You don't have you cannot afford to transport yourself. Then you start feeling okay. Since they call you 5 times, you do not show up. They call you about the 6th time, you don't show up. 7 times, you don't show up. Then they will ignore you. Who will ignore you? You ignore yourself. Why? Because you don't have the means to go there to attend. So they say make hay while the sun shines. And they say money is never enough. But a wise man keep a little for the rainy day. Don't keep money in your bank account. Try to do something that will make the money to grow. So colleagues or elderly colleagues are becoming unproductive. They are becoming undervalued. They are becoming unrecognized because they do not invest to be valued. They think that yes, it is for life. That's the reason why colleagues in the service are undervalued, are unrecognized. Maybe they don't have anything to do because they don't have anything to produce or they have anything to contribute to the society, to even themselves.
Listeners, in case you are just tuning in, this is a very nice interactive session, and we are live with Comrade Shehu Aliu Limawa, somebody who is after and doing justice to this topic, management of life after retirement and its implication. And shortly, not much later, we are going to give you chance, listeners, if you feel like asking question or more clarification on the matter. And this is Freedom Radio Dutse with me, Tasiu Bella-Ringim, MC Profa, as a host. Sir, why is life after retirement in only Nigeria, maybe looking at the developed country, is challenging? What make other countries that are not suffering from this the problem of retirement is here in Nigeria is something that bring a lot of, instead of poaching, because if you are retired, it's time when you go and relax maybe, and
they say life is sweet after living.
Life is sweet after living. So why is that?
But it's coming bitter and sour after living. So the opposite. And
what is the contribution of the family? Because I can vividly recall one of our uncle retired, but a lot of people are trooping to his house that they had that he collected his pension, retirement benefit. So at the end of the time, everybody that comes and congratulates him, then he will take that part of money and give him, and at the end to share with them. With this, sir, how can you? What are you going to say with regards to in Nigeria is more challenging?
Let me be specific.
Or maybe in Northern
Jigawa,
yeah,
as case study.
as a case study, Jigawa. Yes,
Let us take example of our enclave or our domain. A life after retirement is becoming challenging because the social security system is not promising.
Break it down.
Of course, we don't have affordable health care in Nigeria, Jigawa inclusive, that will guarantee your health after retirement. We don't have qualitative and affordable education system by the government in Nigeria and compared to other countries. Our food security is very poor. Housing is another factor, because when you are retired from the service, first your house, second your accommodation. Do you have a home? Third, can you accommodate? Can you educate your children?
So home is not necessary, they say.
To some, but to me home is necessary. Something that can provide roof, that can roof me and my children, that I can hide under it or stay under it. It will cover me from rain and sunshine and other things. It's necessary. But sir, I cannot live in the open.
In the block country,
they will take you to they will take you to somewhere and set you aside. That's when you grow older.
Okay.
But when you are active, you not even like to go to that place, even though developed countries.
Okay.
But housing is affordable. Before you retired, you own a home. You have a house. You have and not only a house, you have a home of your own. Somewhere that you can call a house and a home. Meaning peaceful. You are peacefully living with your family. That is a home. And if you are not living peacefully with your family, then it's what? It's a house.
Break it down, sir.
Then, secondly, the education of your children. Maybe still you have children that are in secondary schools or are in university or tertiary institution. Grappling with the school fees is another problem. But if the education system is there, affordable, and is taken care of by the government, you not feel the pain. You have a house, your health is taken care of, and the education of your children is taken care of. I think there will be nothing to worry. And food is affordable. That's when I say food security. Look at all other countries around. You will see that when you retire, you don't start even thinking of doing another thing. You just go and rest. Because your pension can take care of you. That's the reason why I said the social security. Pension is inclusive. The monthly stipend that will be given to you can take care of you and your family. If it can do that, then nobody will be afraid of retirement, and nobody will be thinking of doing something after retirement. But as a director, for example, in Jigawa, you retired. Your salary is not 100; it's 150,000, and your monthly pension.
For the director,
of course.
Fresh director.
Of course.
Fresh.
Of course.
Okay.
Quote me anywhere.
150,000.
That is today. And when if you retire today, your pension will be 78,000 naira. As a director, what 150,000 did not do for you, 78,000 naira will not do for you. And if you have on level 14, your monthly pension is around is around 65, 70, and your gratuity is 2.8. As a director, your gratuity is 3.8. What will that do for you? Look at the gratuity, look at the monthly stipend. And you say Nigeria is under the federal system, the pension system, the federal government. What is emolument? What the take home pay? Even if you will be given 20 million or 30 million, nobody will allow you to do that 30 million at a time. And they will be giving you some stipend that will not take care of you alone, talk about your family. That is the reason why I say the social security system is not promising. Both at the federal and state level. I give you example of Jigawa and Nigeria at large. So that's the reason why you see life after retirement is challenging, and it couples with our habit of not planning to prepare.
And when you fail to
prepare,
learning to fail.
And they say proper preparation prevent poor performance.
Yes, sir.
So if to say we are preparing in time, if we agree that yes, it is the day, a day will come, like we know that we are born, and we know we are going to die. If everybody is know that yes, I am entering the service today, and at the end of that 5th year I'm leaving the service, we have to put it at the back of mind from day one. That is when we know that yes, I know I came today, and I know maybe by next year I'm leaving. So what am I going to do that at the time of my exit I'll be laughing, but not at the time of my exit to be crying? That's the reason why I like, and all those that are my mentors are outside the civil service. Role model. For example, take Namasan Nduse. He was never a civil service. He was never on permanent and pensionable appointment
in his life.
Of course. And take a friend of mine, an elderly friend of mine, Umar Baberu. He was never on permanent and pensionable appointment. But the life is looking, they are looking better than their colleagues and their friends.
Certainly.
Their mates. They are far better than their mates. Why? Because they were not deceived. Up to today they are prospering, and their brain is thinking on what they are going to do to make their business to grow. We have Gateway in Jigawa, Gateway in Kano, Gateway in Kaduna, and other business, IB Furniture and other things for what? For who? For the Masan and Kano, for the Masan Dusi. We have Shimas bottling, we have Shimas that are doing dispenser, we have Shimas that are doing sachet, table waters. Is that not?
Yes.
They have rice mills and other things. You see, this thing, his mind is thinking every day on a daily basis. His mind is growing on how to develop his own business. If to say they are all civil servants by now, they are already retired and they don't know anywhere to go. But think of even those that have retired on permanent secretaries or as permanent secretaries, as ambassadors, what do you think they are doing after 5 years? If they don't embark on any other things, unless they were given another appointment after service.
Yes.
Unless if you see some of us prospering, that when I say about civil servants prospering after retirement, they got another appointment. Immediately they leave the service, they got another appointment.
But is that legitimate?
I'm not saying legitimate.
Okay.
It's a privilege because of politics and other things.
Yes.
Maybe because of their contribution.
Okay.
In one way or the other. If you contribute well, you are sound, you are patriotic, they will find you worthy to do another thing. They will give you another assignment, another schedule.
But you are...
That one is because of your contribution and because of your character, because of your effectiveness.
So if that is the case, why the retirement?
That one is retired as a permanent staff because they say it's mandatory for you to leave service after 35 years, and you have reached 35 years. I could recall, I was among those that were wondering why DIG Ubavalarinjo will accept the post of Chairman Jigasa Local Government Service Commission. Why? As a DIG. Up to today, I had not got enough information or knowledge that will convince me why he accepted that position. Because I'm just looking at the position of DIG in Nigerian Police Force. Why?
So maybe he's not tired.
I know, even if he's not tired, but I'm looking at that position at national,
yes,
not state, at national level. And we had many of them that retired as ambassadors, as permanent secretaries, but they are still accepting another appointment at the same levels. But somebody outside, you've been thinking, if I will be in the position of so-so, I will not come and do something. You'll be a retired major general and collect and accepting offer to serve as a special advisor in the state. One day we'll see an ambassador coming to say that okay, I'll be a local government chairman. That's how I view it. So if you look at all those that were doing something one day in the service, what are they? Where are they today? They are prospering. They were even saying if they were lamenting now, if they know that is how business is, they will not even waste their time in the service. I had it from so many people. I had it from so many personalities that if they know this is how a business is, they will not even waste their time in the civil service. But are we civil servants taking a lesson from our colleagues, senior colleagues? A friend of mine has left, has retired from the service. I see what happened to him. Another friend of mine leaves. I see what happened to him. Another elderly colleague leaves. I see what happened to him. My superiors, they left. I have seen what happened to them. I'm supposed to tell myself the truth that I myself I will be in that shoe tomorrow if I don't prepare well. But the problem is we fail to take lessons from what happened to others. If we are taking lessons from what happened to others, we'll start preparing from today. Not when it is only 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, but when it is around 10 to 15 years for me to retire. I will start doing something that will make me agile, that will make me effective, that will make me to contribute to the development of money or other time of service. That is, but the problem is our failing to learn a lesson from colleagues.
But Comrade Lima, at this point in time, let us assume that the deed was done. A lot of retirees are in our midst. What advice or what are the avenues for you to maybe convey to them that is a way out? Because you can find a lot of retirees are paralyzed, are having a lot of kind of illness with regards to the retirement. So now we assume that the Mr. A is retired, already retired. What advice, what ways at this point in time are you going to advise or to tell him the way out for him to be out of this complex, multifarious and compounding problem?
We have 1,000, more than 1,001 ways to survive. As I said earlier,
nice to hear.
Our problem is that we fail to learn a lesson from the failure of others. That's our problem.
So let's assume we are now learning.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you look at the society we are in, we were told that the civil service rule allows civil servants to engage in farming as a business activity, but all other business activities are prohibited.
Is that not let?
I am saying, let me come back.
Okay.
So let me look at the society, x-ray it, scan it. What is my weakness? What are my weaknesses? What are my strengths? What are my threats? What are my opportunities? What do they call environmental scanning in management?
SWOT. Strengths, weakness,
and opportunities. SWOT. Let us look at it. Scan the environment. When you scan the environment, okay, you have seen your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, your threats. Okay, which business that is allowed by the service that I can do with little amount of money? We are the north. We are opportune. We are blessed. Oh, we are blessed. Poultry. Even with I had just 5 minutes or 10 minutes with one professor from a beauty. He changed my life.
Really?
Of course. He told us in my office that his cousin brother met his father in Abuja. He is the executive secretary of one federal agency. He came back from studies from UK precisely. He went to the father. The father said, "No, I have finished with you. My responsibility, my duty as a father is to give you sound and qualitative education, which I have done. I took you to UK, a university in UK, and you have finished, you have graduated, you are welcome. Go and meet your brother in FUD." When he came and met the brother told him, "Go and buy 3 chicken."
Only 3?
Yes. And a cook. Now that boy is making almost 300 birds.
300?
Just a year.
Wow.
Now that boy, if you say, okay, take an offer, I'll be giving you 250,000, you will not accept.
250,000?
Of course. Because
he's already
established. The same person told us that for the first 20-25 years, he has never buy meat or fish to eat as a meal in his meal, either for lunch, for dinner, for any festivities. The fish pond he has in his house is for his own personal consumption. He has beds almost, if I could recall, even though I said at the beginning I didn't have a memory. And that man that changed my life is having almost now 60,000 beds in 2 destinations. So if the university is